Well, hey there. Y'all see what these candles looking like early in the morning? Early in the morning. These candles is already dip, baby, dip. They already doing the dip, baby. The market does not like that little not was it non-farm employment? I think it was. We'll go see exactly what it was this morning. I want to say it was non-farm employment. I think that's what it remember because yesterday was Jolt's job openings. That means today was non-farm employment. Fell right off those highs yesterday. You see, we were up here at the 5980s. This is SPX 500. The highest we were yesterday was what 59, 5988, 5987. Hey, Janae. Hey, Ward. Hey, Denise. Fell right off of those. Whoop, whoop. Now we're down in the 5970s. Now it's trying to drop, trying to climb back up after it dropped down to the 5960s. Trying to climb back up a little bit. We'll see, right? We'll have to see how that plays out. But you see how it fell off soon as that non-farm employment. I believe that's what it was. I'm gonna go look at the schedule here in a minute to see what was the data. But it dropped down below that 200. This is the 200 period moving average. This is the 5-minute chart that we're looking at. Let's go look at the 15-minute chart. See where we are on the 15-minute. Now on the 15-minute chart, we do see our 20 period moving averages turning down. Our 50 is kind of flattened out, and we dropped down to the 100 and use that as support. But definitely was a big old candle drop at the 8 o'clock hour. This is the 8 o'clock candle. Hey, Miss Barbara, I've been looking for you, girlfriend. Iola, good morning. Brian, good morning. Miss Barbara, how we doing this morning? Looking at S&P, the SPX 500 on Trading View, we can see the market moving. S&P 500, we can see it moving on Trading View. If we use SPX 500, you can't see it on Thinkorswim because it doesn't show during the night, but you can always watch the ES as well. If you're looking at Thinkorswim and you don't have Trading View, you can always look at the ES. It won't be the exact numbers, but you can see the movement of it at least. We'll show you here in a minute that it's really only a 10-point gap at this point. That is the difference between those two. But good morning, everybody. I'm Arlissa. I am educator to trader. Go ahead and like and subscribe to the channel. Make sure that you hit all the right things so the channel people know that we're here, that y'all are interested in watching us, and it passes the word out. When you hit those bells early, YouTube gets the notification that people are watching, and it sends out the notification to more people. It then starts to promote and push to more people. So y'all go ahead and hit those bells. So YouTube will say, oh, people over there watching. Let's go tell some more people about it. All right. So the VIX at this point, good morning, Wink. The VIX is at 1764. VIX being down a little bit means the market wants to be up a little bit. But it did a little bit of dropping here in a minute, here a second ago. So we'll see what happens there. Okay, let's see what's happening. Apples, bulls, and bears agree the tariffs are no game changer. iPhone maker faces big questions that have nothing to do with Trump's trade policy. They got other issues, I guess. Trump calls she's extremely hard to make a deal with. Well, sometimes people aren't bullied. Everybody doesn't fall prey to a bully. Tariffs are hammering an American indulgence, which is snacks. Y'all know we love some snacks. I was eating me some kettle popcorn yesterday, whatever that purple bag is. That's my favorite. The purple bag. I can't even think of the brand. And I'm not even going to mention the brand because then we won't do no brand deals on my YouTube channel. Not that I'm, big like that yet, but that's the purple bag is the one I like. Dollar Tree forecast 50% drop in Q2 profit amid the tariffs. China weighs massive Airbus jet deal. Europe plants shut down due to China's rare earth curbs. Trump obscures Medicaid cuts and bid to pass a massive tax bill. Musk blasts Trump's big, beautiful bill as a disgusting abomination. Ooh. U.S. stock futures edge up with jobs data on deck. I need to refresh this because when that jobs data came out, it definitely had a drop. Okay, definitely had a drop. Let's go see what's over here at CNBC. I want to refresh this and see if it's still looking like this. Because I hit this, I opened up this screen before that data came out. Private sector hiring rose by just 37,000 in May, the lowest in more than 2 years. Okay. Trump says too late. Powell must lower interest rates after a weak ADP jobs report. Here we are in our pre-market. All the futures, all this stuff is down. It's all red this morning. Dow futures down 41. S&P futures down 5, which basically is flat. NASDAQ futures down 25. Oil is red. 10-year bonds red. S&P futures give up a gain after a weak ADP jobs report raises worries about the economy. Europe is all green except for FTSE Milano. Europe markets rise as EU trade chief says U.S. talks advancing in the right direction. Asia is all green over there. South Korean stocks rise 2% to lead gains in Asia after opposition leader wins presidential election. What are they talking about? Gold. Gold is basically unchanged. Platinum's green, copper's green, silver's red, and palladium is red. Gold rises amid U.S.-China trade uncertainty or softer dollar. Look at crypto. Bitcoin is at 105. Ethereum, all these are red at this point. Ethereum's at 2,600. Solara, 155. Dogecoin is at 0.19. And XRP is at 2.2. CrowdStrike, did y'all see the way CrowdStrike fell off after their earnings? Oh, my. CrowdStrike had earnings and woo, that chart says, it just, oh, my. Yes. Good morning, JRE. Chickaboom, I believe. Good morning. All right. So yesterday we had earnings. CrowdStrike, Hewlett Packard, Enterprise, Asana, Guidewire. They all had earnings yesterday. This morning, Dollar Tree has earnings. Genesco, Sprinkler, Webster Bank, Tech Target, Rev Vehicles for Life. And then after market closes today, we've got MongoDB, PVH, Five Below, Planet, ChargePoint, which is less than $1, Tilly's, Grief, Bark, and Descartes. Tomorrow morning before market opens, we're going to have Cracker Barrel, Victoria's Secret, Toro, Lands End, Bitfufu, Brown Forman, and then this one here, which is a Chinese company or an Asian company, is going to have earnings as well. This one up here does too, is Momo is also, Momo is going to also have earnings tomorrow as well. Where was I going? Oh, investing.com. That's where I was going next to see if there was anything else coming up for this morning. Oh, I think I skipped over. There we go. I skipped over our thing. Wednesday, this morning we had non-farm employment change. They were anticipating 111,000 jobs. Previously, it was 60,000 was the change. They're forecasted at 111, and it came in at 37. This a no more. They thought we were going to have 111,000 jobs available, and 37 was all that became available in the private sector. That's less than the last time. Not a good thing, right? Which is probably why we had that big, massive drop. The jobs. And then there was I saw some news yesterday about a bunch of layoffs. So this is letting us know that we've got a few issues we must overcome. And that came at 8:15. 8:30, we've got some FOMC people speaking, probably at that International Finance Conference that is still going on. That's the one that that Powell spoke at on Monday. He's the one who did the opening statement on Monday. At 9:45, we've got final services PMI and ISM services PMI at 10. That's a red folder, so we need to know that that data is coming out at 10. Keep that in mind as you're trading. 10:30, crude oil inventories, and then at 2 o'clock, we've got the beige book. I actually was listening to a book about, actually yesterday, the book I was listening to was called Trading for a Living. And one of the things that the author was talking about was that between 9:30, like the first hour, first couple hours of trading is like where the amateurs are trading. The professionals aren't trading in that first hour of time. They're basically waiting, letting the amateurs come in and do their thing. And then they're coming in. The professionals are coming in after that first hour and a half. And then they're waiting to see what the amateurs did. And then they're coming in and basically, for all intents and purposes, doing the opposite. For all intents and purposes, they're coming in and doing the opposite of that, right? Good morning, my day, and good morning, Tanya. They're coming to do the opposite. So that may be a thought. That may be something to think about. On investing.com, we've got 8:30 FOMC member people are talking. 9:45, we got that PMI stuff happening. 10 o'clock, that's also happening. Crude oil at 10:30. Beige book 2 o'clock. So same stuff happening on there that we just talked about, right? We looked at the chart. We do see a recovery. Seems to be a recovery happening in SPX right now. Looks like we've got a 2-1, almost a 2 reversal on the 15-minute. 2-1-2 reversal, almost on the 15-minute. Let me go to the 30-minute time frame, bounce right off that 50-period moving average and going the other way. All right, I hit the earnings. I covered all of those things. All right, let's go see what Adam had to say. He might have given us some new numbers. They do the PMG. Yeah, there's Pivot Machine Gun there too. You better know it. Yes, because there are people who trade futures. And people who trade futures also have Pivot Machine Guns because they got people over in there trading futures and Pivot Machine Gunning too. Your favorite book, Trading for a Living? I may have to put the picture up. It was, let me see, who was the author of that book? Let me go grab it. Let me go grab I found it at my library. I went and used Libby. I'm not sure if you all do Libby on from your library by Alexander Elder. What I do is I use Libby from the library. That means you can get your books and I call them earbooks because I listened to it while I was folding clothes and letting the time pass on the market. I had my credit spreads already set yesterday. So while the credit spreads were already set, I was folding clothes with my chart, open on the bed so I could see what the price action was doing, but I wasn't staring at the chart. I was getting some other stuff done, letting the time pass, letting the theta decay for my trades and doing some housework and then listening to the book while I was doing all that. But I don't think I think it's not like a new book. It was written a while back, but he was offering some very insightful information, which many of these books do, but I was able to listen to it for free. It's with the good old library, it's library, but use the library. Most libraries have pretty decent holdings. They use your tax money to buy books and put them on the thing. If you don't like the books that are available, then go to the library and ask them to buy different books because you're a person who puts money into the system. You can ask them to buy the books you like. I think most libraries try to spread out their holdings. So you can always request some stuff, right? Market Wizards is good as well. Love the library. Yes, heard of Libby. Let me see if I can find Market Wizards. Let me go do a quick search. Market Wizards. Definitely use the resources that are available to you. I'm a fan of I use what's the thing? Audible as well. I have Audible also. I usually try to get the earbooks, but I will get. Oh yeah, I do have Market Wizards. Oh, I have Market Wizards checked out. It's already in my. It's in my checked out books. The new Market Wizards and Market Wizards. I have to place a hold for Market Wizards because it's got a line of people who already want it. But the new Market Wizards, I already have it checked out. So I'm going onto a car ride this weekend. We're doing a road trip to see my family. So I'll read that book while I ride. Mm-hmm. Yep, we love the library. I feel like, oh my goodness, I did not mean to be going down the rabbit trail of the library, but I love the library because I feel like you can be whoever you want to be in the library. Everything you want to be is in the library because anything you want to learn and do and be, yeah, you can find yourself on the internet too. But to me, to go get you a book and hold the book and flip through the pages, people don't go to the library as much anymore, like in the library. Sometimes when you go in the library, it feels like a ghost town because it's all quiet in there. And I know sometimes the people who are hanging out in the library are people who don't have nothing else to do and nowhere else to go, and the homeless people who they let come into the library and sit and read the books and whatever. And it's just like a ghost town. But I love going to the library, especially when they have those library sales when you can get any book you want for $1. And I'll go buy a bunch of books just to put them on the shelves. And just be like, oh, I got a whole bunch of books in my library. Have library sales. Okay, so let's see what Adam have to say this morning. What Adam have to say? Adam says yesterday, fail breakdown of 59.10, 59.15 slingshot us higher as SPX tries to break the 3-week range. My target was 59.56 to 60. It was hit and back tested exact with 59.77, 59.90, and 60.10 plus as a bonus. We didn't get to 60.10 during the day, but they got up there to it after hours. Plan. I said it hourly yesterday. Hold your lotto runners. 59.77, 59.55, and 60 are supports. 59.90, 59.98, 60.10 is up next. Dip if we get below 59.55, which we're not below that. We're currently at 59.73. The gap between SPX and ES is 10 points, okay? So if you're looking at Adam on Twitter, Adam trades ES. He trades ES futures. And the difference between ES and SPX currently is 10 points. So if you are looking at his numbers on Twitter, which he tweets regularly throughout the day, just subtract 10 points from his numbers and you'll have the SPX numbers. All right. The XSP range is from 595 to 601. Now, we trade in my community. We're trading XSP and SPX. We're trading both over in these parts, right? I'm putting y'all, I got me a new, y'all let me go find the page. Got me a new page that we're looking at. E2T trading. Oh, my. I'm so very proud. So very proud of the page. E2T trading. There we go. Let me change my screen so y'all can see the page. Let me put the right page up here so y'all can see. E2T trading. There we go. Got to put the right page up. There we go. Add to the screen. There we go. E2T trading. Put it back on the stage. Add to the stage. There we go. E2T trading. Says you don't need more trades. You need a system that works. Y'all see that smile? Yes. Isn't she cute? She cute though. Inside, you'll join a focused community of traders who are dialed in on SPX and XSP. We don't chase every ticker. We just master two. Pew, 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 pew. Just master the two tickers. Talk about it's got a whole little page. Here's what you'll learn. Here's what we're doing. Breakdown of what's included. Right? Who is this for? The option seller zone. When you're ready to simplify your process, build your confidence in the strategy, trade part-time or full-time in a way. It's up to you. You know, you can do it the whole day or part of the day. All fits your life. Different kind of trading space. We got a whole community that we've cultivated and curated that is ready for you. And when you're ready to trade with clarity and finally build the freedom-based income you're looking for, you can come on over here with us. We've got SPX trade alerts, XSP trade alerts, ongoing trade management, private Telegram group, $147 a month or $14.97 annually. All right. You can join the community right there, right there, right there. Okay. That's that new page. Isn't that nice? I thought that was nice. Now I guess I probably should not have my face all cut off. There we go. That was me at the beach this past Friday. I went on a date with my boyfriend. Y'all know who my boyfriend is? I got a boyfriend. I went on a date with my boyfriend. He took me to dinner at this new seafood, well, it's new to me, seafood restaurant. And we took pictures at the beach first. Anyway, this is where I got from Adam. Adam, go ahead and find him on Twitter. You can follow him over there and get his tweets all the time. SK Saju, hey, how you doing? All right, let me see what's next. This is our list of option seller trade ideas. We're trading a few of these this week. Amazon, I believe our Amazon trade closed yesterday in profits. We had SPY. I had SPY on our list. It's not on this list, but it closed in profits. CRM is what we're trading to. We're trading Google. I want to say we're trading either Meta or Microsoft. We're trading AbbVie. I feel like we're trading one more off this list, but it's Wednesday. So when you're on Wednesday is a great time to look at trading some things off the list for this coming Friday. All right, you can look to see what are some things on this list you may want to trade with the Friday expiration. Gives you less time to be in those trades. You got just a couple days to leverage your collateral. All right. You got the trader list that we put out. I put this list out every single weekend. If you're in my community or you're in my email list, you can see this. So you're following me on any social media places, you can see this list. I put it out in my email. I put it out on my social media every weekend. All right. Okay. Hey, listen, I put out this cute little mug. I got to order myself one. Actually, trade the chart, not your heart. We don't trade what we hope to see, our emotions. And that's part of the thing that was mentioned in the book yesterday. And it's like the trading for a living book didn't necessarily say anything that I didn't already know, but it's always good to have those reminders. One of the things that the book said yesterday too, as a reminder, was that you put together your trading plan in a non-emotional space, like on the weekend or when the market is closed, when you're not emotional. So that way, when it comes time to when you're in the middle of a trade, you can just refer back to your trading plan and you can follow it. One thing he said was you do not change the plan when you're in a trade. When you're in the trade, you follow the plan. You don't change the plan in the trade. Once you're in the trade, now you're following the plan. You wrote the plan when you weren't in a trade. You don't go adjusting the plan when the trade is on. No. So whatever your trading plan was, you follow it, and you follow it emotionless. That is the way that master traders and professional traders continue to build. If your trading plan, Arlissa, talking to myself, if your trading plan says you get out when your short leg is touched, then guess what you should be doing? Getting out when your short leg is touched. That's what it says. If that's what you wrote in your trading plan, when there was no emotion attached. That's what you need to be doing when all the stuff is happening, when all the emotions are running. So we trade with the chart, not with our heart, not with our emotions, not what we think we see. We trade what we actually do see. Trade what's in front of you, not what we think is going to happen. I think it's going, or this is me, I'm talking to myself. I think it's going to come back down. And it might come back down, but guess what? It might not. It might not. Okay. Grab you a mug that to remind you to trade the chart and not your heart. It's $8.98. They're $8.98. MEL, bit.ly/MEL capital INSP. That's where my Etsy shop is. There's all kind of stuff in there. That the Candlestick Mastery calendar is in there. I've got other trading material over in there. That's all there too. All right. One-on-one coaching is there. I want to go back to the charts before I get too far through these slides. I want to go back to the charts, but you can get some one-on-one coaching if you decide you want to do that too. Just because many people I find are definitely well on their way to the right thing. They just may need one little tweak, one or two little tweaks, or you might be doing some stuff and like, just need to change a little bit. You see somebody to help look at it for you, somebody outside of yourself, and get you on the right road. All right. Yvette says hopium is real. It show is. It show is. That is good English there. It show is. Hopium is real. And you were like, I just know it's going. I was the and it don't do none of that. All right. Let's go and look at our indices this morning while we're in the pre-market and see what's going on. Okay, I'm going to turn off some of these indicators so we don't have things that are going to get in our way. All righty, so yesterday SPY closed at 596. Looks like today it's at 596.41. Looks like it closed yesterday at 596.12. So there's a little bit of a gap up in progress. Right now, a little bit. We're about 15 minutes from the market opening. So it's a little bit higher than it was at close yesterday. But y'all see how the market ran yesterday? Oh my goodness. We got Joe's job openings yesterday and the market went bananas. It was like, we ready to run right now. And I looked at this yesterday like, whoa, if I was a buyer. But what we did yesterday was we traded as sellers and we traded put credit spreads all the way up. Instead of trading as buyers, we traded, we entered put credit spread. We rolled all the way up. And then once we got to where, we did SPX, of course, but when we got to where we saw there was a turnaround area or where we thought SPX would not go, then we did call credit spreads. Let's go. I'm going to show you what we did on SPX yesterday. I'm going to show you the stock that we trade. This is what we traded over there yesterday. So we marked our opening range here yesterday. And then as it danced around in there for a little while, as it started moving and broke out of here, we went with the put credit spread, broke out, put credit spread. We did a few of those, danced around. About 12 or so, we went with a call credit spread we went with 59.85, which would have been above here. And that was based on our gamma chart. We look at the gamma charts. If you don't know what that is, you need to come on and join the membership so you can understand what I'm talking about and what we're using to help us set strikes. So we looked at the gamma chart, 59.85. It still continued to climb a bit. And then we put on some more put credit spreads because it was still moving. And then after it got up a little higher, put on some more, like I did 59.95, 6,000 call credit spreads. So still did some more credit spreads, some call credit spreads higher than the 59.85, just stacking them on, which that's a good way to stack on more for more premiums, high and beyond, beyond where you see price going. And then price pulled back and kind of danced around for the rest of the day. This is 115, and for the rest of the day, it kind of consolidated between these two. Cool, long as it didn't drop back to below our put credit spread, was the highest put credit spread we had. I think the highest one I had was 59.55. I think was the highest one I had. And then this one did kind of drop back down into the zone, but this 20 period moving average did hold us up, which was cool with me. Yes. And then it went on back up, which is good again. Okay, stayed in the proper gamma zone, and danced around all the way into the close. Made good money yesterday. $948 is what I made yesterday in profits. And we had many of our members yesterday make really good. We had a $1,200 profit maker yesterday. We had $150. We had $500. We had $600. All these things. I want to tell you that it's no fun when it's just me, right? I want the people who are making money along with me. That's why we do what we do in the membership. We do it all together. This ain't just about Arlissa, right? Arlissa's trying to make sure that I'm taking as many people with me as we'll go. Anybody who's interested in going, let's go. All right. Okay. So this is what SPX did yesterday. Looks like SPX currently is like almost in this same area. I think we were just looking at that 59.72. I think it's around this same area now. Again, we'll open where we're open, and guess what we'll do? Trade what we see. That's how we do that. All right, we looked at SPY. Let's go look at Triple Q. See what Triple Q is doing right now. It closed yesterday at 527.43. It's currently at 527.70. A little bit of a gap open, not a whole lot, but Triple Q did the same thing yesterday that SPY did, got moving and move it all day. You know what though? There's something called in the strat. You see these numbers on my chart. There's something called the pivot machine gun. And the pivot machine gun basically is where you have all these green candles. People are just moving their stops. As these candles are climbing up, people are moving their stops to the bottom of the previous candle, right? And at some point, the market will pull back, and it pulls back enough to stop out a bunch of these people. So the market drops to this big drop candle right here. This big drop candle basically takes out all of these people who are just riding and have stops. So if you were moving your stop up, 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 then what happens is this big red candle here drops really hard and really fast, whoop, and it takes out all of these people. It hits all their stop losses. So people who just riding in calls all day with just moving their stop loss up, this big candle stops all these people out. Whoop, everybody's out of their trade. And then the market turns around and goes right back up. So all these people who were riding get stopped out, and then the market turns around and goes right back where it was going anyway. That's how the manipulators get you. So you got to be careful. You got to be watching. You got to be watching when you're a buyer. When you're a seller, you're like, okay, as long as it don't come back down to my strike, I'm fine. You can do all the manipulations you want. As long as it expires away from my strike, I'm fine. So our strike was 59. You know, we had our strike up here. I was on SPX. We had our strike up here, and we had our strike down here. So as long as it didn't expire there, we in the business. When you're buying, you got to watch a whole bunch more things. When you're a seller, you don't got to watch all those fanatics. All those things, you ain't got to watch all that, okay? That's Triple Q. Let's go look at IWM. Yep, I'm about 9 minutes out. It's about time for me to start landing the plane. Okay, so looks the same basically as the other three indices. Same thing happened. It pulled back, then ran up just like the others, then pulled back a bit, and then kind of chilled. IWM always kind of comes late to the party, but it'll still give you some of the similar moves. It won't move as hard, but it will still give you what you're looking for if you want to trade it. IWM closed yesterday at 209.06. It's currently at 209.33, so 30.45. It's a little bit more, going to be a little bit of a gap up as well today. We'll see. Again, we trade what we see. My thoughts on the beige book at 2 p.m. Well, there's not a lot that happens in the beige book. Beige book, you see that it's a yellow folder. The beige book comes in conjunction with a red book, but the red book doesn't seem to get mentioned. So nothing really seems to happen with the beige book. So I wouldn't give it, I don't necessarily give it a whole bunch of attention because it doesn't really do a whole lot. Okay. Wouldn't give it much. Once you got your position set, if you've got your PDT hack set, you're good. Or if if you want to wait till then, you can. But I don't. In the past, I've not seen the beige book be a big mover. All right. I mentioned one-on-one coaching before. We'll swing back to that. If you have some things you just need to fine tune your strategy, or you've got some questions, some things you need clarified, you got some trades on and you need to see how do you maneuver those. You want to move forward. Maybe it's summertime and you want to see how do you maximize your time in the summer. You ready to nail down a strategy. These are the things that you use one-on-one coaching for. All righty. If you want to get some free, e2t-freebies.com, 3 things to check before you trade. There's a whole lot of other free resources over there too. e2t-freebies.com got all kind of free stuff. You're welcome, Janae. All kind of free stuff over there you can get. If you haven't joined me on LinkedIn, I would appreciate it if you would. Whole different vibe over on LinkedIn. And many of you are already on LinkedIn. Just go ahead and follow me over on LinkedIn. You're already there anyway. I know y'all already over there. LinkedIn.com/company/educator-2-trader. I know we're already over there because I'm already over there. So just go ahead and add educator to trader to the things that you're over there. It's a more educational vibe over on LinkedIn. So I put out a lot more educational content over on LinkedIn. So come over there, or if you're already there, because y'all already are, follow me over on LinkedIn. If you would, I'd appreciate it. I would appreciate it. All right, let's go to our daily declaration 5 minutes before the market opens. I declare I'm a great trader, a successful trader, and a focused trader. I declare my wins exceed my losses. My account's growing steadily. I'm a wise and knowledgeable trader. I have a strategy that I use for my trade. I don't randomly place trades. I'm a level-headed trader who trades my plan and not my emotions. Lord, it's you who gives us the power to get wealth. Help us today to trade our strategy with wisdom and knowledge. Allow us to prosper enough to have what we need and enough to bless others. In Jesus' name, amen, amen, amen. All righty. So we've covered all the things. All right. Looks like the price is maybe pulling back a little bit. It may be a flat opening, maybe not a gap up or a gap down. Look like it may be a little flat. But as we do every single day, we trade what we see. Trade what you see. We don't trade our emotions. No, we trade a strategy. We have a trading plan that we follow. Give it the first 30 minutes today, because remember, we got data coming out at 10. So wait till that comes out. No need to hop in nothing at 9:30, especially if you're a seller. You definitely don't need to hop in nothing at 9:30. Just wait and see. We got time today, cuz. Just give it a minute, all right? Give it a minute. If you got stuff you want to close up, then you can do that. But it don't open. You don't need to. It's your money, of course, but you don't need to open anything new at 9:30. All right, just wait. All righty, everybody. I will see you in the market. I want you to stay green. I want you to get this money, and I want you to have a great green day. All right. I will see you in the market. Goodbye, everyone. Bye.